Hey guys, it's Danibelle. Today we're on day 20 on our island of Everbell. Yay! Seriously, where has the time gone? I cannot believe it's already been 20 days. But yeah, doesn't look like Isabel has much to say as far as our day today. She wishes us good luck. Maybe that'll work out for us. We'll see. Yeah, so today I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to work on another build. We'll be doing a speed build in this video. I definitely want to work on our area over by the museum. I feel like I've neglected that for a little while on this island, and I think that's something I wanted to work on today. So let's head over there and take a look at it. Hey Colton, he's doing his morning workout, so cute. All right, so here's our museum. I decided pretty early on that I wanted to leave this in tent form. I just love the look of it. It's cute. I went ahead and upgraded my museum for the other two builds, and this one I decided I wanted to leave as a tent. Feeling a little bummed today though, because my bad. I should have done a little more research before I decided to endeavor this whole not upgrading the museum thing, because what I realized pretty quickly is that I kept it right by resident services thinking that I could move it, and I didn't realize that you have to actually upgrade the museum before the game will allow you to move it. So unfortunately, since we are keeping it as a tent, we are going to have to leave it here next to resident services, which is a little bit of a bummer, because what I wanted to do with this area was turn it into a dig site or like a mining sort of area. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the speed build. So anyways, it won't be quite as isolated as I wanted it to be. My vision was that it was sort of hidden way back in the woods in our Forestcore area on the backside of the island, but since we can't move the museum, it's okay. We'll make it work here. It's gonna be okay. I'm fully confident we'll find a way to make this still look really cool and cute, even though it's gonna be right next to resident services. Anyways, getting going with our speed build again. I'm just sort of shoveling up and moving some of the plants and trees that are in the way. Didn't really foresee the fact that, oh hey Renee. Renee's teaching us a reaction. Didn't really think about the fact that Piper's house is totally going to be in the way for this build. Otherwise I would have moved her house onto the beach before I started, but that's okay. We'll do what we can, and we will eventually have to move her house out of the way temporarily so that we can kind of continue to spread out our decorating. I sort of decided that once we get our main areas and themes going on the island, then we'll sort of fill in all the gaps from all of our decorated areas. I'm just going to sort of flood the whole area with lots of trees and shrubbery and flowers and things like that. Maybe some secret paths, stuff like that. But anyways, still working on a lot of our main areas. So this one, we're just going to build up what we can, and then we'll go ahead and move Piper's house tomorrow. And then we can sort of build out from there as we go, as we do our decorating. So the first thing I was doing is just sort of building a frame to kind of enclose this dig site area. And then I'm using an in-game path of the dark dirt just to lay down the groundwork so that it looks like an area that's been sort of like surveyed, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I was kind of excited that this natural rock had spawned here, so I'm doing my best to sort of work around that. I didn't want to have to destroy it because it just makes total sense that there would be a natural rock in a dig site. It's unfortunate that there's no way for me to change that without destroying the rock, so I don't know, I might have to mess around with that later, but we're gonna leave it as it is for now. So I'm just, again, sort of moving any items and trees that are in the way and just sort of building out this framework area as we go. We'll probably want to decorate the top of it somewhat as we go. So I'm just trying to kind of build it out so that there's more space to be able to decorate. Get these stumps out of the way and any flowers, and just sort of bringing the cliff out a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. So now I've got a lot of items that I'm going to be placing in here. So one of the things I wanted to incorporate in this build was a tunnel. So I'm actually going to create a design pattern quickly here, just super simple, just basically all black. And we're going to be, I'm going to name it tunnel just so I remember what it is, but just super easy, plain black square. And we're going to customize a couple of simple panels that we can put over here to create a tunnel. So I think I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger just because with the items that we're gonna be placing in here, I think we're gonna need a little bit more space. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend this cliff out a little bit more, add more dirt pathing here. That should work because we know we're gonna need at least 3 squares to fit a tunnel in here. So we're actually gonna customize 2 simple panels with the black tunnel square design that we just created. And then we're gonna run back here and I'm gonna place them here up against the cliff. And then the key here to making this tunnel, we're gonna put a stone arch here. Now I wanted to say as we're going, this is not my original idea. I actually got inspo from Pinterest, and then I did see a very, very cool build that is similar to this on Nintendo Talk. So shout out to Patrick. You do some amazing designs and I'm a huge fan. And I love this so much that it inspired me to do something like this on Everbell. So shout out to you, Patrick from Nintendo Talk. Thank you so much. We love your ideas. All right, so I'm placing some items down. I've got an iron shelf. I've got a pipe here. As you can see, we'll get more into that and what that's gonna be used for as we go. But I'm just sort of picking up all these different items, anything that I could think of that reminded me of a mine, like a mine shaft or a dig site. So I've got like a little toolbox, wooden toolbox up there. I put a little workbench in here. Oh, Bo. He's giving me a parka, a little hooded sweatshirt. That's cute. I went ahead and put a workbench in here just because I like to have workbenches and trash cans sort of throughout the island. I find that it makes it easy so that if I am working on projects, I've got a place to go sort of everywhere. So I just thought it would work well into the build. I also buried a fossil just to create that little area that looks like there's something to be dug up. So put that in there. And then I've got this low ironwood table that we're going to use as like a little cart. I've put a little lantern on there and just trying to decide what other items I want to put down in this area. Some of these things I think we're going to incorporate to the other half of this build, which we'll get into shortly. But I just kind of wanted to put out some things that I thought might look right for a dig site. I've got this cute little folding lamp. I might have to reposition it once I'm able to see what it looks like in the dark, but my goal was to sort of make it so that it was a spotlight shining down in the work area. And I'm sort of moving this cart around just because I do want to make sure that I can still walk around and get through here. That's one of the things I try to do when I'm making builds, is make sure that I can still get through easily by the items. So, because it is going to be important that we are able to get to that workbench and that pipe, and you'll see why here soon. Just sort of going up to the top of this area. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet, but I know I'm going to need some items just to kind of fill in so it looks a little more interesting than just plain. So I'm just sort of looking around to see what items I can put up here that look sort of dig site like. I've got some hand carts. I'm trying to find one that's red. I've got one that's red I thought would look cute because it coordinates with our little lantern. But yeah, as far as, I found this really cute little pickaxe design. I'll be sure to link that pattern in the description for you, as well as any other custom designs that we will be using. I'll put that info for you, so if you decide to make one of these yourself, you'll have some of the info available. But yeah, just sort of going through my pockets to see what I can unload. This build did take a lot of items, and so I was struggling to sort of have enough space in my pockets at a time, so I didn't have to keep running back and forth and back and forth. But I'm just sort of placing items down. I'll probably have to put some sort of custom design up on the top at some point. Now we reached the second part of our build. So what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be decorating our basement of our house to turn it into like an immersive area that you can go that would be an underground part of the dig site. That's why we needed the 2 Mario pipes that we're using. If you have 2 pipes on your island, then if you jump into one, it will automatically pop you out of the other one. Now for anyone that's newer, these Mario pipes were available during March, when there was an update in March pertaining to the 35th anniversary of Mario Brothers, and a lot of cool items, but the pipes in particular were cool because you can actually interact and jump into them. So I'll show you here in a second how that works. But yeah, if you have more than 2 pipes, then it is randomized. So depending on how many pipes you have, it's random whether you'll pop out in the area you want to. So since this build, the idea behind the build is to keep it immersive. I am only going to use 2 pipes on this island, so one here in the basement, and then the other one will of course be in our outdoor dig site area. So this part, I'm just putting down some track. This is a custom design pattern that I thought was really cute. Just sort of something that seemed like a mine, I guess. So we're actually placing down this custom design, and we're doing it as tile mats. And one of the cool things about these tile mats is when you place them down inside, you can actually use the down arrow on your directional pad, and there we go. And you can actually drag them and move them around just like you would furniture or items. So it does make it a lot easier when we're decorating indoors, just to be able to get things how we want them, especially with a build like this when we have so many items that we're placing. Doing it in this mode just makes it a lot easier because you can turn things and move them a lot faster than if you're having to do it outside, like when you're sort of rotating and pushing everything to get it to where you want it. Again, just putting down more of the low iron tables to use as mine carts, and then I actually ended up making another simple workbench so that we can put that down here in this part of the build too. I just thought it would be handy. I've got a little bamboo slide that I crafted to put here in the corner, and a little barrel, I think it's called a barrel wash tub or something like that. I don't know, I'll have to look that up for you guys. I don't know why the name is escaping me right now, but yes, a barrel, I think it's called like a barrel bathtub or something like that. But crafted some of these items just to put out in here, and customizing some more of the simple panels with the tunnel design that we created, just to kind of create different areas that you could maybe look like you could walk through into different tunnels of the mine. And then of course we're framing that again with more of the stone arches. And you can turn the stone arches around. They do have a little slightly different of a look depending on which way you face them. I kind of like them with a little tiny rock in the front, so I'm just repositioning them so that they're facing in that direction. I have a lot of rock items and deer scare, flat rock, tall garden rock, things like that, that I'm just sort of placing around. I'm sort of just putting them all in here, and then we'll go ahead and arrange them so that they make sense and fit and all that good stuff. So just sort of trying to create the look of an underground mine. I've got a couple of other fossils, assessed fossils. I've got amber here, which is this really cute mosquito that's encapsulated in amber, similar to like what you saw in Jurassic Park way back when. So I'm just sort of moving things around. I've got a water pump here that I crafted. Another fossil over here, ammonite, I think it is, that I just thought would look kind of cute. Anything that looks like stuff that you might dig up if you were doing something like this. Kind of moving this little pickaxe around just to make it visible. Just trying to arrange things that make sense. But one thing that's really important is I want to make sure that we can have access to that pipe so that we can have a clear walking path to it. So I'm just sort of trying to rearrange everything so that it makes sense. But yeah, other things in this build that we have a crafted barrel. Let's see, we've got some iron lamps, wall lamps that I've put up here too, just to add some extra lighting in here. Not really sure. It sort of looked like a mine sort of vibe to me, so I went with that. And then we've got a stone stool here, just trying to, like I said, arrange things so that we can walk through easily. And then the other thing I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to utilize some dropped items. So I've got some supplies that I had in storage, some iron nuggets, gold nuggets, things like that you can just drop in here that I think will look really cool. I know it's probably going to take away from our Happy Home Academy points, but that's okay. I'm willing to compromise that to get the look that I want. So I'm just basically dropping some of these heart crystals as well. These, if you're not familiar, these are the heart crystals that you can earn from Reese and Cyrus if you fly to Harv's Island during the month of June to do the wedding event. Every time you decorate and take photos for their wedding ceremony and reception, they will award you with these heart crystals, and you can use them as currency to purchase wedding furniture from them after the fact. But I just thought they were so cute. They looked like something that would be, dug up in a mine. So we're gonna hop in our pipe. I want you to see, look, we popped out, yay. We're gonna jump back in just so you can see what it looks like. I'll do this in slower motion later, just trying to test it out a little bit to make sure that it's gonna work. But for the most part, I think we have a lot of the things how we wanted them. I did want to move some of these iron wall lamps around just so that they were a little bit more even. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Just putting some more items down, some rocks, things like that, up here at the top, just to sort of make it look, I don't know, quarry-like, I guess, to make it look like a dig site. Just trying to put down some more items, like I said. And I think I'm gonna actually put down a custom path. I've got a great custom path that I found on the design portal that is sort of like a patchy dirt and grass that I think will look really nice up here. But sometimes when I'm decorating, even though it's a little bit extra work, I do find it easier to sort of put the items down first just to kind of see what look I want, and then I'll go through and add some of the custom pathing. I know it's silly because it means I'm gonna have to pick everything back up, but sometimes it's just, I don't know, my mind works that way, I guess. So I'm just placing down some little fossils and these steel beams. Anything that, maybe some dropped fossils here. That's how we get these little skull guys here. They're assessed fossils and I'm just dropping them on the ground just to sort of add some detail. I think I'm gonna have to extend that cliff a little bit over here, so, because I did want to incorporate some music. I got this throwback skull radio while I was at Nook's Cranny the other day, and I thought it would be really cute to put that out and then maybe find some music. I'm thinking something, I don't know, either KK Adventure or maybe marine song, something like that would be really cool. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll have to get some music. I'm a little bit limited on what KK songs I have right now, so because I'm still in the beginning part of the game, so I've just been checking the kiosk every day to see what KK music has been available, so that way we can kind of incorporate some music into our builds too. I like anything that's immersive, whether it be music or this whole idea of being able to jump in a pipe and go to a second part of this build. Anything like that I really love, so. All right, let's see. I wanted to show you, I went ahead and added the custom design path to the top of the cliff, and you can see how much that actually adds to this build. You wouldn't think it does, but I think it just gives it another like add of dimension, that sort of thing. I just kind of wanted to walk through so you can see how it looks. And then we're gonna jump in the pipe so you can see how everything turned out again down in the basement of our house. You can sort of see, we're definitely gonna have to move Piper's house. It's totally in the way, but yeah, I'm really excited. I love how this turned out, and it's so exciting when you jump into the pipe. Here we go, down into the mine. Yay, we did it. I love it. I'm really excited with how this turned out. Again, super excited. Thank you to Patrick from Nintendo Talk for this awesome idea. Love how it turned out. I'll be sure to put all the information in the description for you, for the flooring and the wall and all the custom paths that we used for this build. But yeah, I'm really excited with how it turned out. I hope you guys decide to do something like this on your island. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate all the encouragement you all have given me in the comments and the kind messages. Any ideas you have, let me know. I'd love to incorporate it in our island Everbell. Wishing you guys a great day. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.